has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time is the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle in the jingling feet. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell rock.
Wait a minute. Mallory, you don't know about the flying toasters? After Dark? Did Adobe make that? Was it Adobe After Dark? After Dark. So back in the day, before we had energy efficient monitors, you had to have screensavers. Okay. And there was a software called After Dark. It's not by Adobe, actually. But there is a software called After Dark. And it was the I think maybe it was the default screensaver was the flying toasters. No, I think I think I stole code for something. Yeah, I think I stole some CSS code to make this happen. But yeah, back in the day, I think this was like Windows 3.1, Windows 95. The flying toasters were definitely some of my... Oh my God, I'm remembering... Now I'm seeing these screenshots. I'm remembering some of the After Dark screensavers. There was a guy... Okay, there was like a fish tank. And they would just like... The fish would just, you know, swim around. There was a guy with a lawn... I remember the cat. I don't know what it did. But there was a guy with a lawnmower. And the screensaver would be like a lawn. And the guy would mow the lawn. I don't know what it was called. I guess lawnmower. I don't know. I want to find it now. Yeah. Oh my God. And it was real intense too, because the grass would like grow back at like different rates and stuff. And I think you could set what rate the grass would grow at. It was pretty intense. It was a lot. Hey Carrie, how you doing? Carrie, do you mind if I play one of your videos? Just because I think that they need to hear the voice of some classically trained artists. I got a ton of those over here.
And you became the light on the dark side of me.
Love remained a drug as high not the beer.
But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? From a rose on a grave.
Ooh, the more I get of you,
Stranger, it fills the air. And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the bloom on the grave. Ba-dee-ya, ba-da, ba-da, da, da, ba-dee-ya, ba-dee-ya, ba-da, da, da, ba-dee-ya. There is so much a man can do, so much he can say.
you remain
My power, my pleasure, my pain.
baby. To me, your life don't go to addiction that I can't deny.
Won't you tell me, is it healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows,
my eyes become large and
the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss on a rose on a grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, stranger, it fills the air. And now that your rose is in bloom, I like it's a bloom on the grave.
Ready?
I am.
I've been kissed by a rose on the grave.
I've been kissed by a rose on a grave, and if I should fall, they all go away. I've been kissed by a rose on the grave.
There is so much a man can tell you, so much I can say.
My power, my pleasure, my pain. To me, you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Now, won't you tell me, is it healthy, baby?
But did you know when it snows?
My eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen. Baby, I compare you to kiss on a rose on a grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, stranger, it fills the air. Now But now that your rose is in bloom, our life hits a gloom on the grave.
Eager Beaver Pleaser 2217. No. This is a kind of long song,
Roses in bloom
Our life hits the gloom
on the
grave.
Well done.
I love you.
Beautiful. Guys, Shani met Seal. She met Seal. What? Is this some kind of face swap? Like, what is this? Why does Rev look like he put on the girl filter? Is this like how he's trying to get around the fact that he's banned? Carrie, thank you for coming in and providing this information. So yeah, it looks like it's just more of their S-mules. Jesus Christ. Listen. I'm gonna keep up with this one, but listen, we're not here to talk about Shani and Rev today. We will be I'll try to catch up with them soon, but today, how's everybody doing today, by the way? Good, good. Today, I mostly am going to be talking about a lot of Twitch streamers. And I hope some of you know where this is going. But if not, we'll get there. Don't you worry about it. We'll get there. I wanted to start off talking about a subject, though, that we had talked about it before. And I didn't really get into it, and I probably wouldn't bother making an actual video on this, but I did want to talk about it, which was Pokimane's cookies. So press 1 if you're familiar with Pokimane's new health food cookies. So this whole thing started out, it looks like about 4 weeks ago. And it's kind of settled down, you know. It is what it is. And Pokimane posted a brutally honest life update. And I'm going to skip most of the bullshit because it's mostly a lot of her rambling. I'm going to try to stick to the little peaks here.
Is actually a lot of work. Like, it takes a lot of time and dedication and effort, and you really have to focus
hey,
you're
Trader,
working on yourself, whether that's therapy, whether that's health, physical or mental.
Y'all go
That's
subscribe to
been a large
Trader and
component
Carrie,
of the
by the
last
way.
few months for me. And it feels crazy to say this, but I am just feeling really, really good now. It feels so nice to be able to finally say that. Might I say maybe I'm feeling my best? It's like a Poki 2.0 or like Iman 2.0. Not to compare to our past selves, but you kind of get what I mean. It feels like a new chapter for me, and I'm really, really...
See, she rambles on for a while. What I want to get to is where she announces the cookies. So she's got a new line of cookies out. Let's see if we can find this.
Which is these quote-unquote healthy snacks that are like no carb, no sugar, high protein, no gluten, no this, no that, no, and it tastes like cardboard. And so I just constantly felt like I had to choose between eating something yummy but kind of feeling bad or guilty about it, or eating something healthy, maybe feeling like I did something good but never really wanting to reach for it again because it did not taste good at all. In comes Mina! Sorry, I can't believe I finally get to show these. Are they not so cute? Mimi, what's up? She wants them too. Also, if you think this packaging is cute, if you order some, it's gonna look even better than this. These are the ones that I got like super early on.
So these are her cookies. I don't know if any of y'all saw that tweet that I posted. And in fact, I'll even admit I didn't actually go to the store. But like, I found the Pokimane cookies at the Food Depot. They look like little shits of fucking coal. It looks like something. Somebody please buy these for your children's stockings and be like, you got coal this year. You were a bad fucking kid. But anyway, so she's selling these cookies.
Actual ones that we're sending out look even freaking better. These are all the same snack. They are the Midnight Mini Cookies, but they can come in different color bags. Why?
Let's see if I can
Just 'cause
find
it's
it in the
cute and fun.
transcript.
Oh my god, I think she thinks that these are cat treats. Oh, you're so cute. I love you. If I could feed you this, I would, but I can't. What I'm
Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Basically, she's putting out these cookies, and she's basically says that she's been working on this brand for 2 years.
Uttering these words. I have been working on launching a brand / company / product for the last 2 years. Imagine 2 years of not being able to share that when like my whole life is built around sharing things with you guys. I'm so excited to finally tell you, but before I tell you what it is, I gotta give.
So, yeah, long story short, because I really don't want to go through this whole video, it is mostly her rambling. The idea is that she's working on this health food company, and so she has these cookies, and like her big thing is that they have vitamin D in them, okay? They have vitamin D in them, and this is compared to the leading cookie, whatever that means. I guess Oreos. I don't know. How old is this woman? I don't know. Probably early 30s, late 20s. I'm really not sure exactly how old she is. But that's not relevant to this. The point is that she's been working on this brand for 2 years, okay? Now, when I initially heard that, and maybe I'm giving it a bad faith interpretation, but I kind of took it as though she's been working. I mean, this is the first product to come from this brand, that she's been working on this product for 2 years. Okay. But the whole idea is that there aren't enough healthy gamer snacks out there, guys. There's not enough people trying to target gamers with healthy snacks, you know. And so she has these cookies. They're low carb, low sugar, whatever, gluten free, and they have vitamin D. Okay. One of the first things that, in fact, actually, let's go to. Give me just a second. I have a bunch of tweets here. So first of all, okay. So the first thing is that everyone, no, that's fine. I'm sorry if that sounded rude. I apologize. But yeah, I'm just not sure how old she is. Let's just look it up. I have Google in front of me. Pokimane age. Born 1996. Like, she's about the same age as my niece. Jesus Christ. What does that mean? 27 years old. Anyway. So the first thing everybody was complaining about was the price, okay? So the price of them is, people posted that the price of them is $28, okay? But what people didn't realize is that that's the minimum amount you can order off of the website. It's $28. However, that's a 4-pack. So technically, these are $7 per bag for these cookies, okay? News outlets Dexerto falsely reports Pokimane selling an existing cookie product for 3 times the price at $28, labeling it a scam. Okay, so technically they're $7 a bag. It's not a horrible price, I guess, but it's still overpriced when you look at the bag and you realize that it's only 4 ounces. Like, I have skincare products with more shit in it than that. What do you mean 4 fucking ounces?
When people.
She then was dumb enough to say this on stream. And like the thing is, I say dumb enough because like any other streamer that says this, I don't have a problem with this, but any other streamer that says this would just like be like, yeah, you know, I'm just trolling. Like, who cares? Like, go fuck yourselves. But like at the same time, she's the kind of person that says this, people get offended, and then instead of doubling down, she apologizes for it.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways, when people...
Any broke boys in the chat that don't plan on paying $28 for these cookies, go ahead and press 1 in the chat, you know, if you're a broke boy too. Why did she pull out the Ariana Grande voice? Who pay, and a drama alert, thanks Keem, who pays $7 for a bag of cookies? Talk about being an out of touch millionaire. I don't know, for the same price I can do way better. Who is buying Oreos and orange juice in like same time? Come on now, that's gross. Am I the only one who thinks that's gross to eat chocolate and orange juice? The hell's wrong with you? Anyway, I don't even like cookies, so I'll have to pass on that. It's a banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10. My partner quoting Arrested Development. I haven't actually seen Arrested Development. I know I'm kind of wrong for that. But anyway, so like here's the thing is I don't care about the price. The fact is you're not paying for the cookies. You're paying for Pokimane's branding. Okay? You're paying because you think Pokimane's ooh cute and you want to support her, right? So you're willing to pay $28 for 4 bags of the cookies, 4 ounces. Well, here's the thing. Apparently, my issue, and this is my issue with it, is it turns out that these cookies are actually a rebranded version of Tootsie Midnight Mini cookies, okay? Now, it's not exactly the same. I'll get to that in a second. But apparently, these were being sold at Costco for $9.99. Now, the product, I guess, didn't sell well, so they discontinued. I don't know if it's that it didn't sell well, but they discontinued it before Pokimane. We'll get to that. But $9.99 for a 14-ounce bag, comparison to 4 ounces for this. Okay? Either way, you're still buying little fucking bits of charcoal. So, Merry Christmas, you know? The ingredients list, the nutritional facts, exactly the same. I don't know if that's posted somewhere else, but like the actual ingredients list was exactly the same too. The only difference is that they added 3 micrograms, is that micrograms, I think? 3 micrograms of vitamin D. Now, here's the thing, is like I'm all for taking vitamin D supplements, but like that's for if you eat a quarter of the bag. If you eat 1 ounce, a quarter of the 4-ounce bag. So it's like, that's not, like you'd have to inhale the entire bag, and even then, that's not enough vitamin D to be sitting here bragging about it. I don't know if any of y'all remember, there was like a Diet Coke for like a very short amount of time. It was called Diet Coke Plus, and it was like supposed to be Diet Coke with vitamins and minerals. And like the FDA cracked down on that shit. It was really good, by the way. But the FDA cracked down on that shit because they were like, you can't go around saying this is like vitamins and minerals Diet Coke. Like you can't like try to pass this off as being healthy. So like I said, this is like, you can't pass this off as a vitamin D supplement. Yeah, it has vitamin D in it, but like not enough for it to really fucking matter. Like, you would still need to take a vitamin D supplement, and even then, you just take the damn supplement and save yourself fucking 140 calories and $28. So that's my problem with it, is that it's just a completely, like, it's just a rebranded product. And she sat here and said that it was, that she had been developing this. And this is where I'm saying maybe I have a bad faith interpretation of this. Tell me if I do. But she's saying she's been working on this brand for 2 years. It took you 2 years to slap your label on this bag? Like, seriously, like, it took you 2 years to do this? Like, this is what you came up with after 2 years? And it's just like I said, the way that she posited it, it sounded to me, at least I got the feeling that it's like, oh yeah, I've been baking up this recipe for these cookies in my kitchen for the past 2 years. Like, that girl, and we all know better if you really think about it. That girl never leaves her fucking streaming room. She's streaming all the damn time. I don't know if Pokimane's ever seen a kitchen. I've never, and again, maybe unfair of me, I don't watch her, but I have never seen a clip of Pokimane doing a cooking stream even. She's not even she's not recognized as a YouTuber or a streamer who bakes. And that's kind of my point here, is like, she's not like, Tootsie or whatever company is working with her, why didn't they work with somebody who bakes? A content creator who makes food, who could actually come up with an original recipe. You know, this is why I don't hate on the pink sauce as much as everybody does. Because, like, that made sense. This doesn't. This is just like, hey, here's some vitamin D. So anyway, when people were pointing out that it's just rebranded, it's the same goddamn thing. This is what she said on some podcast that apparently happens on Twitch.
You're welcome. So people found these really, really old images of a product that...
Really, really old. Is there any semblance of a date or anything on here? Maybe an expiration date? I don't see it. But these are apparently really, really, really old.
Looks similar to ours and has the same name, Midnight Mini Cookie. And the thing is, we work with the same...
Again, that's factually, it's not just looks the same. The ingredients, the fucking nutrition facts are the same. Because you're working with the same manufacturer who gave you the same product.
Manufacturer. So we were aware of that product. It no longer exists. And it existed for one sample batch. And it was like sold at a Costco months and months and months ago. And they didn't want to use that recipe anymore. So when we started working with this...
Months and months and months ago means that range is anywhere between 2 and 12 months.
Manufacturer, we taste tested.
It wasn't that long ago.
When I tasted, well, it was an older version of these. I was like, these are the ones that I like the most. So we took that recipe and we refined it a lot. Like whether it's where like a certain ingredient is being sourced, or the type of flour mix that we're using, or the quality, or whether it's organic or not. All these little details to improve the ingredients list and add vitamin D and make all these changes, blah, blah, blah.
You're welcome.
So people...
All these changes, all this science stuff we did in the labs. I swear there was another post. I thought I had it saved, but it shows that the ingredients list is the exact same. Is it maybe deeper in here? No? Listen, you may have to just take my damn word on it. But I saw something that said the ingredients list is the exact same. But, I mean, look. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Calcium and iron are not at the front. Now, ingredients lists are supposed to be posted in order of like what it has the most of. So I guess the ingredients list isn't exactly the same. And it does look like, well, actually, no. I mean, everything in this seems just as natural as everything in here. Contains coconut and almond, and I guess this maybe doesn't. No, it contains coconut and almond. But, like, so what they're saying here, I guess I'm confused by the calcium, iron, potassium in front. But what they're saying is that the only thing added was mushroom powder. Which I don't know if mushrooms provide good vitamin D. I don't really care. But the fact is, I mean, this is all of the tireless work and dedication that streamers give to you. What is this link? Oh, here is proof that the product apparently was discontinued. I tried to buy the Tootsie cookies online for $10 plus shipping since this broke boy doesn't want to spend $28 on Pokimane's repackaged Mina cookies and got this. Surprise, surprise. So apparently they did discontinue the Tootsie cookies for whatever reason. So, okay, great. That part is true. Now, as far as it being months and months and months ago, the guy even says, I tried to buy them online, meaning they're still up on the website. So maybe they've been discontinued, but somebody was still able to go and purchase them. So it really could not have been that long ago that this product was on Costco shelves. That's my argument. And why it is that this needs to be a thing, like I said, it's just like whatever company, Creation Foods, whatever company it is that is doing this with her, I think they made a big mistake going with Pokimane. Like I said, there are plenty of other content creators out there that cook, that bake, that could give you an original recipe that you could work with, that aren't the pink sauce lady and aren't horrible people, you know? Like, instead of just trying to sell your product with all of these random people's names, why don't you try lifting up somebody that actually deserves it? So, anyway, that's my complaint with the Pokimane cookies. I think it's disingenuous for her to be like, oh, I've been doing this for 2 years. No, you bitch, you have not. Like, you have not been doing this for 2 years. Like, you just haven't. I'm sorry. You may have a bunch of people working for you that were working on this for 2 years because you were like, hey, guys, let's start a health food brand. Woo! And that's fine, but you were not working on this for 2 years. You definitely were not working on a recipe for 2 years. And my biggest issue is like, what's the next product? I mean, can we get something original here? Who knows? Either way, I did want to point out too, if you have seen people trying the cookies, there is a very high probability that they are trying those cookies because they were sent them. Because apparently Pokimane sent out a bunch of sample cookies to a bunch of content creators. So you saw a bunch of content creators saying they bought them and that they tried them out. And like reality is they got them for free and they were told not to say that they got them for free. To the extent that people are still trying them, I think that they're more than likely buying them as part of the meta, which I don't really agree with. Like, that's the thing, is like, effectively, if you see XQC trying those cookies, he got them for free from Pokimane, you know? And so if you think he bought them and you're like, okay, well, this is the new meme, everybody's trying the Pokimane cookies, let me go buy them myself, when no, that's not the new meme, everybody that you just watched just got these for free, you're the sucker that decided to buy them. Do you see what I mean? Does that make sense? Press 1 if what I said just made sense. Gotta grab my microphone so I can make content again myself. Oh, well. Thank you for joining us. Oh, so they just reviewed it for free. Yeah, exactly. So they just reviewed it for free. The idea was get a bunch of content creators to now make videos about this. You could argue that this entire drama is completely contrived just to get attention on her stupid cookies that she didn't make. You could argue that the entire reason she's denying, you know, oh, this was months and months and months ago and we really refined the recipe. You could argue the whole reason she's doing that is just so that because she knows she's trapped, she might as well just like make as much content out of it as you can. I mean, she was falling out of relevancy. I haven't heard of her in years. I mean, Pokimane, from what I can tell, still seems to be doing decently. I don't think she needs the clout, to be perfectly honest, but I think at the same time, I think if she can get it, she'll get it. And I mean, that's something that, I don't know, again, I can't really fault people for that. She's been accused of stirring up shit for the content, but I kind of feel like she's just kind of like, that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like, I'm not going to immediately jump on the whole, she's fake. I mean, look, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out she comes off as a little bit fake. Like, I just don't like to prejudge people like that. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'm not saying that this makes her fake. I'm just saying, like, this is disingenuous, you know? I mean, this specific incident, it's very fake. I couldn't imagine sipping after a woman who would never have anything to do with me in real life. Yeah, well, and that's kind of where a lot of this is going to end up leading down to, because, you know, all of these things kind of really tie back into each other, but I do have to give you guys a big warning for the next thing that we're going to talk about. Normally, I wouldn't bother with a trigger warning, but this particular incident was to the point that I had to edit the video because there is gunshots. There is a death in this story. Violence, stalking, I don't want to say domestic abuse. There's accusations of it. But in general, this is like, number one, I'm going to say this is not safe for work. And number two, if those kind of subjects bother you, I would absolutely tune out and I will not take it personally. Okay. So, press 1 in the chat if you're familiar with, what did Jack cook now? Press 1 in the chat if you're familiar with Hunter Avallone. So, Hunter Avallone is a political streamer. He was, I believe, known, like, when he started his channel, doing a lot of, like, edgy, like, right-wing stuff. I wouldn't even say edgy, just right-wing, Steven Crowder-esque content. And then at some point he flipped. I think this was how he got a lot of attention, was he flipped his stance over to being left wing. And so now he's left wing and he argues with everybody and stuff. And it's just like, I don't know. I mean, either way, I have never found him to be a particularly pleasurable person to watch. And then there's this girl, and I guess you can tell me if you know who she is. Her name's Holly Pino, I think is what the name's supposed to be. I know, I'll say this much. I know Goldie was following her. So I know there's like, I think she's just familiar with a couple of like streamer Twitter people. I'm really not sure. And Holly Pino is a mental health advocate. Now, that's the best description I could get, was that she is a mental health advocate. She, I don't know if she's studying psychiatry, psychology, whatever. I really don't know. But I think mental health advocate is a fair statement to make here, okay? This was posted on December the 3rd. Some inspiration if you are struggling right now. Okay. So that's what I mean when I say she's a mental health advocate. She posts stuff like this. I believe there's a lot of this kind of content on TikTok. I'm not judging well, I don't think this is necessary, to be perfectly honest. But let's just keep going. So apparently Holly was with a guy. She was in an open relationship with him for 11 years, okay? She broke up with the guy and very shortly afterwards started dating Hunter Avallone, okay? The political streamer that I mentioned before, okay? This was about, like I said, a month ago when she broke up with her boyfriend, and now she's dating Hunter, right? So apparently what had happened was that after they broke up, she started claiming that the ex, and the ex's name is Conrad, okay? She started claiming that the ex Conrad was abusing her, okay? I don't know, and I'm not going to debate whether or not this is true, okay? I don't know enough of anything about this, but a lot of people are like saying that is what drove him to do what he did, okay? Conrad, immediate red flag. Yeah, Anyway, let's go ahead and go forward. Like I said, this gets very dark very quickly. Like I said, there is shooting and death involved in this, okay? So, this is your last warning. Abuse always escalates once you leave. I just found out that Conrad put air tags in my stuff to track my location. This is not okay. Feeling violated, okay? This is on December the 3rd. Thank you for all the encouragement. Appreciate you all so heckin' much. To all my fellow gamers in similar situations, you deserve the world. Cuties. So again, this is just the kind of stuff she's posting. I don't think this send it to the police. I assume she did. But like, okay. She's a mental health advocate, okay? This is posted December the 6th. I hope I'm doing this right. I think these are in order. Second person to shame me for speaking out. One of them was a mutual friend too. I am no longer protecting his image by staying silent. In fact, taking back control over the narrative is empowering, and I want all victims to be inspired by my voice. So somebody texted her, messaged her on something. I don't know what. It looks like Instagram, but I could be wrong. You literally published just 2 weeks ago that you had broken up with your partner who you had been with for years, accusing him of being an abuser. And now you are with another guy. Why don't you just assume that you wanted to fuck another guy and that's why you broke up with the previous one? Or just don't make your life public so no one will know that you're a bitch who is very sick in the head. I'm so sorry for that new guy. I don't agree with this message that she's getting, and I don't condone this behavior whatsoever because it's probably none of your fucking business. With all of that being said, why are we posting this on Twitter? Now, this is where things get real weird. 8:26 a.m. on December the 8th. This is the day of the incident. Feeling cozy and safe. And that's Hunter. And that's Holly. Are there any news? Quiet, Brianna. Okay. And then on December the 8th at 4:39 p.m., I am in a state of shock right now. Now, this is where I kind of have to stop. I got to be careful with what I show here, okay? Hunter posts this tweet with a video. Warning graphic. I'm still trying to process this, and I'm most likely in shock as I write this, but only a few hours ago, Holly's ex-boyfriend Conrad showed up at my apartment building with a shotgun. He shot through my building door, injuring Holly's leg in the process. I recorded the final moments in which we're hiding on the back porch. You can hear him shoot at police before ultimately taking his own life. In my own fucking apartment hallway. Still trying to process this. Holly and I are physically okay, but mentally this is going to do some serious damage. Holly has been amazing, and she's been incredibly brave and strong throughout this ordeal. Okay. Now, I'm going to play the video for you. Like I said, I had to edit this video. I may have been slightly callous with how I edited this video, but I did edit this video to remove as much as possible. But I just want you to see the video and just that's it. Okay?
Are you recording? Conrad has shot Holly in the leg. Excuse me? We don't know. All I know is I got a call from my landlord that said he was trying to get into the building. The suspect, sorry. The suspect was trying to get into the building, and then there was something shady about it. We didn't know.
Yeah, he had a gun under his coat.
And he had a gun under his coat when he came out, and then when we walked up...
Oh, fuck.
He's at the door. He's at the door.
Please come in, please come in.
Please hurry, please. Okay, he's pounding really hard at the door. I hear shouting. I think I hear them.
Okay. So here's the thing. There's a few things going on in this video that genuinely concern me. But first of all, the first argument that a lot of people were making, okay, and I'm only wanting to present you with the arguments that people are making. I am not here to place an argument on any. I'll tell you what my argument is, okay. First of all, people are calling him a pussy because she's standing towards the door. So if you notice, this seems to be some kind of complex with like a hallway entrance. Okay. So in other words, the guy would have had to come up here, and as he said, and supposedly, by the way, the person who he's talking to is supposedly the police, according to him. So he would have had to go up this hallway, and I'm thinking through this door to get into this, or go up these stairs, go through this door into this hallway, and be at the door. Okay. Meaning that what they're arguing is that she's much closer to the suspect, as he says in this video, which I also find weird. The suspect who would be closer to the front door, and she's in front of it. Okay. So they're being like, why are you cowering in the back like a pussy? Now, one could easily, in my opinion, argue that he's on this side thinking that the guy would try to come out this way. Now, again, we don't know. And as somebody had pointed out, could be adrenaline. This is a scary situation. None of us really know how we're going to react in the heat of this situation. And I don't think it's right to really judge this that harshly. With all of that being said, people are going to be idiots on the internet, and people are going to have opinions on the internet. And the fact of the matter is, you don't have to respond to them. Okay? There's always a third option of not responding to them. Okay? But do you think that's what happens here? You all should know better by now. In case anyone thinks this is fake, the tweet that he's linking here is to a tweet that she posted. I'm not going to show it because it's of a picture of her leg with a bullet in it. Domestic violence warning. I'm in the hospital. Conrad showed up to Hunter's house with a shotgun and shot me in the leg. We are safe now, and Hunter is thankfully unharmed. Conrad was shot dead. Really struggling right now. What the fuck just happened? Like I said, posted a very gory image of her leg. At this point, I'm going to switch over to Hunter's Twitter and point out the obvious point that I would be asking, which is, let's assume you're right. Why would he upload it to Twitter? I don't know what they're assuming is right, actually, so maybe that wouldn't be. Because it was traumatic and I want people to know what the fuck is going on. Plus, I was on the phone with the cops at the same time. The video was recorded and it's good evidence to show the police. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be evidence of. Okay? And, you know, some other things that I really do kind of want to point out in the video. Again, I just found them to be weird. Because remember, this was at 8:26 a.m. The video itself was posted. Can I get a timestamp without playing the shit? Well, you're going to have to take my word on it. The video was posted at 4:34 p.m. on December the 8th. So we're talking about a matter of 7 or so hours that this incident happened. And the problem to me being is, I know I don't normally compliment people on this kind of thing. I know normally this is not what I'm complimenting people on, but the production quality in this. And I know it's bad taste, but we've got captions, you know? And I would say, okay, these are probably auto-generated captions. But the auto-generated captions are not going to write in gunshots. Okay? Again, not saying this is fake, but in this span of what is it? 9 hours ish, you've had time to edit this video, and the video is edited. There is a jump cut in here. Content creator brain. Yeah, this isn't healthy. That's my point, though. This isn't healthy. And the other thing is, what evidence does this show? Because I don't understand. The only evidence that this could possibly provide is an alibi if someone were to accuse you, but that's obviously not going to be the case. Like, your number one priority should be keeping her safe and staying on the phone with the police. I don't... Can we please normalize keeping our phones in our pockets? Like, honestly, can we stop recording everything? Not everything needs to be recorded. And even if you record it, that's fine. That doesn't mean it needs to go on Twitter. Even if you wanted to do all of this, I don't know. I feel like if I had been involved in this, I would need at least a week to process this before I would go say anything to any of you. No offense. But like, if I almost died, the last thing I'm going to do is come update you people about it. There are more important things. Like, I guess maybe I might update the mods and be like, hey guys, this happened. I'm going to disappear for a minute. Like, leave me alone. You know? I've done that before. In fact, I think I did that when my dog died. I'm pretty sure I told the mods, I was like, don't tell anybody. I just want to be alone for a couple of days. And it's just like, I cannot imagine going through this. And don't get confused. It doesn't end there. This was Conrad's final text message with Holly after she'd been injured. He shot himself shortly after. This is an ongoing investigation, and I'm not able to say a whole lot yet, but goddamn, this was terrifying. Please surrender. I'm losing a lot of blood. I never meant for that. No, goddamn it, leave him, please. Only if you surrender. I will. Just live your life for yourself. I should have killed the coward. Now, I'm sorry for laughing, but some of the replies to this shit, because as this has been unfolding, some of the replies just get really funny. Like, was he vaxxed? And Karen Ann Harlow's is actually the secretary of the Libertarian Party. Attention harder. I can't even say that. Wow. December 8th. By the way, this is all in the same day of this incident. Officer involved shooting in Martinsburg results in suspect taking his own life. So he posts the news article. Again, so nobody questions him. This Paw Patrol thing is an ad. Stop showing me ads, Elong. Why are you filming and hiding behind your girlfriend? Fuck that Conrad dude. Waste of human being. Good riddance. Talk your shit, Hunter. Don't be such a pussy. which again, I'm not here to agree with these comments, only to provide you the unhinged responses these people make. What the fuck are you talking about? I was looking out from the side to get a potential view. She willingly stood by the door to watch the front door despite me telling her to get down. I was on the phone with the police. Of course I was panicked, but I did what was necessary. Not to mention, I used my hoodie to try and stop the bleeding as well. Now, I am going to say I cannot prove this to you without uncensoring the video, but the only hoodie that was in that video was the one she was wearing. I did not see any of that in that video. I could be wrong. I could be delusional, insane. I don't know. But I did not see a hoodie in that video except the one she was wearing. She was holding a towel. Yes, that looked like she was holding a towel. And it was not wrapped around her leg. For that matter, nothing seemed to have been wrapped around her leg. Again, maybe it's just the part of the video I'm seeing. Maybe I have no clue. I don't have enough context because you provided a 1-minute video, a 1-minute edited video. So I really don't have enough context to actually back that up. But I can tell you from what I saw in the video, there was no hoodie wrapped around her leg to stop the bleeding. Lastly, if I had told you I was in a shooting, would y'all believe me? No. The video provides vital evidence as well as proof. All in all, fuck you for unironically trying to clown on me for being in a fucking shooting. 7:56 p.m. December the 8th. He is actually doing this the same day, probably definitely less than 12 hours since this incident has happened. He could have posted the news article. Yeah, don't forget, he could have posted the news article and then shut up. You still want to defund the police? Okay, so here's another argument because he's a leftist that he wants to defund the police. I've never heard him arguing for defund the police. I don't know or care, and I don't think it's relevant to this conversation. But that's another argument people are making. Is like, oh, are you against defunding the police now? I don't know enough about him to. It's not worth it. Is this true? You were fucking around with a girl in an open relationship, some kind of creator polycule. Again, there's no, I don't know. I don't have any evidence. I do know that based on what I've read that she was in an open relationship with the guy that did with Conrad. I don't know if that open relationship was like, I don't know. Okay. This is completely false, literally not even half truth, just a complete fabrication. So like I said, I don't know. So then he retweets this thing because a lot of people have been, I think, rightfully defending him. Because the thing is, when these are the arguments that are being slung at you, Hunter Avallone is such a pussy, I would have fought back against the gunman if I were him. This probably is what you look like, sitting there saying that kind of shit. So I agree on those arguments. What I don't agree with is how they're responding to this. You should have been holding that door and protecting your girl. Instead, you cowardly hid like a cuck and let her get shot and hold that door. You made zero attempt to be a man in this situation, let alone defend your property or women. Soy boy status unlocked. Need gun training. Again, not responding is an option. You have no clue what the situation is, and you couldn't be more inaccurate. That's actually a timid response here, because I've seen him say much worse in here, because he keeps going. Again, this is December 9th, the next day. Stardust was talking about this. Like I said, she's been defending him, I think rightfully so. He had warning that this guy knew where they were and said, I'll see him soon. He could have taken her to a different location. He should not have let her near any windows at the very least. So this person is replying to Stardust. He comes into the fucking, swoops right into the replies. Not let her. I begged her to get down with me, and she kept watching the door. The shooter wasn't in my apartment when the video was being recorded. She chose to stand there even after I begged her to get down. Fuck you. Okay. Getting a mentally ill man killed is doing well. You're a psycho. Again, don't agree with this, but we got him killed. He definitely didn't play a role when he started shooting up my building. Nope, this is definitely our fault. I sincerely hope you get in an accident in which your thumbs are permanently paralyzed so you can't post more dumb shit. Again, not responding is an option. He quote tweets, this is December 9th, again, the next day. Shit talking and abusive, or he quote tweets somebody who says, honestly, you shouldn't have taunted Conrad. Not to say you had this coming, but you had this coming. He quote tweets it with, shit talking an abusive monster means I had an attempt at taking my life. According to some, an attempt at taking my life coming, according to this very sane and not retarded subhuman. By this logic, Hunter should have made a visit to your house, genius. Haha, don't use logic too much. This guy is seriously retarded. I'm going to go over his crap on my stream today, Lamau. This is the next day. 2 days ago, mind you, but the day after his girlfriend was shot in the leg. He's going to go over this on his stream, guys. Cheating is as bad as murder. All throughout history, infidelity was responded with stoning or some other severe method of punishment. Again, I don't agree with this. Nobody cheated. Try again, you depraved retard. But you don't have to respond with that. What's the context of what you said over the phone? I mean, it's fine. It's a free world. Say what you want, but stand on that shit and fucking at least have protection. So a lot of people are arguing, if you had owned a gun, Hunter, this wouldn't have happened. If you had owned a gun and you believed in Second Amendment rights, this wouldn't have happened. Okay. Again, have your arguments, but like, you don't have to respond. Who the fuck talks shit over a phone to a known psychopath who you know has your address without being armed? He replies with, let's debate today. I can't wait to expose how stupid you are. You almost died. You almost died. 24 hours ago? Oh, hold on. There's something sane from her. Hold on. We'll get back to... We're going to go back to her Twitter in a minute. Don't worry. You're going in and out of denial and anger. None of these people even matter. Babe, if it helps you feel like you have control in a powerless situation, then I understand. Just know that you have nothing to prove to people that weren't there. We were, so we did so good. Now... I agree with her, but is there a reason why you didn't physically turn your head and say this to his face? Am I to believe that one of you flew across the country? It's been 24 hours. Why are you tweeting this to him as opposed to saying, hey, babe, delete that tweet. Let's not fight with these people. You're a mental health advocate, right? I feel like any lawyer would tell you not to post that kind of thing until it's resolved. Yeah, a lawyer would tell you not to post... Wait for it. Evidence. That's what I would think. I don't know. I don't end up in these situations enough, I guess. Knock on wood. God bless. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Let's debate today. Jesus. Like, I just can't imagine. The last thing I'd want to do is debate somebody about this shit the next day. This is him retweeting again somebody else that replied to Stardust, meaning he's going and actively looking for these tweets. Get off the internet. The entire reply thread of your post is dragging you because we all saw and heard different. Everyone heard your high-pitched bitch voice in the face of danger. So first I hid behind my girl. That was false. So you're pivoting to attacking my voice being afraid when someone was trying to kill me? Yeah, this is why you're blocked and you never had a loving father. Now, I have to take it off screen for a second. Because that tweet had the video in it. This guy thinks getting into a fight with someone over the phone justifies them trying to shoot you with a fucking shotgun. They write themselves, Lamau. Dude gets attacked and his immediate reaction is to hide behind his girlfriend and cry to the police like a pussy. Wait, you're supposed to call the police for this is what I'm saying. I agree. These are fucking, I'm gonna say it. These are retarded takes. These are stupid, fucking brain dead takes. Nobody should humor them with a reply. Lamau, okay, little boy. Ah. You called the police, interesting lesson there for you. It was never against the police, Lamau, interesting lesson there. Get off the internet. This is an ad. I'm not expressly, I think we may have reached the end of the line here. We're on December the 9th. Okay. So after December the 9th, it looks like Hunter did finally log off. Which is like, okay. I wish we could say the same for the girl that actually got shot in all of this. In fact, yeah, I remember her Twitter is clean because these are censored. So we left off at I'm in a state of shock right now, December the 8th. December the 8th. I did not cheat on Conrad. I left him over a month ago, but that still wouldn't have justified what he did. Agreed. A lot of you are very sick in the head for trying to justify any way in which I deserve this. I agree. Can you justify to me why you have your phone open the day of still? Like, why are you still on the phone? So yeah, this is her proving, because again, people were accusing her of cheating on him. So this is her. She needs to prove that November the 5th, she announced to her, and this is the delusion I'm talking about. November the 5th, she posts to Twitter that she told everybody on Discord that they were breaking up. So this is the proof that on November the 5th is when they broke up, because she rushed to Discord and Twitter to announce it. You knew this was coming, right? Piers made a I don't know who Piers is. Piers made a GoFundMe and it already has 2K. I'm so grateful for all of your beautiful faces. You all make me feel so not alone. Feel not so alone. This is December 9th, the day after the shooting. I am proud of how strong and resilient I am, and I am going to be able to use this experience to help so many people. Heart. This is another picture of her leg being shot. I guess this is after. Gore warning. For all of you asking, I'm healing well. I love you. I'm starting to come out of shock. I feel so torn up inside. I loved him for 11 years despite the abuse, and he couldn't love me enough to let me leave. I am sad and angry and sorry and heartbroken. I am struggling right now. It hurts. I can't believe he did that. These are things that you need to tell a therapist. The therapists that are on Twitter cannot provide you any therapy legally over the internet, over Twitter. Why are you still posting the next day? December the 10th. I keep thinking what I could have done differently, but looking at the situation as if it were a friend and not myself, I took a bullet for someone I love and I protected them with my life. I was so brave. I did all I could have. It's not my fault. Now, to her credit, I'm going to say that I didn't go through her replies. And the reason I didn't go through her replies is because most of her replies, she's doing the opposite of what Hunter is doing. She's actually replying to the people who are being nice to her and saying, thank you, God bless, you know, thank you so much. I feel so blessed to have all these friends, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's taking the time to reply to everybody. But again, you just got shot in the goddamn leg. You don't need to reply to everybody. You just got shot in the leg. You came even closer to dying. Just put your phone down. And then I shit you not, this was where I reached my limit.
I'm hurting. I almost feel like it's worse to be alive because then I have to live knowing what happened. Live seeing him like that. My soul feels like it was ripped in half. My heart feels like there's a hole in it. Every time I close my eyes, I see him laying there. I hate how that was the last time that I saw him. Because he wasn't all bad. He was good sometimes. He was good to the dogs.
These are literally things you need to tell a therapist. Nobody on Twitter can diagnose you or talk you through this. You need to these are literally things you need to tell a therapist. Why are you up? Why did this make it out of the drafts?
You get a text or a call because I can't believe that he's gone. I can't believe that he's actually gone. I don't like it that people can just go from just existing to not existing. That freaks me out. He was texting me right before it happened.
What? These weren't exactly nice things he was texting you. What is, like, am I insane for thinking that this is probably one of the most inappropriate videos on the internet? I mean, this is so uncomfortable and so I don't get it. I don't get it, because do you think the people in the replies are being like, please, for Christ's sake, stop? No, they're all saying, oh, you're so brave, girl. Slay queen. So yeah, 2 minutes of that. That was the longest 2 minutes of my life. Anyway, like I said, this was where I pretty much had enough. And I resorted to posting an Amy Schumer gif. Okay, that's how low I stooped for this. Was I posted a gif of Amy Schumer. Because, look, reality is nobody... Please seek therapy for trauma. Yes. I wish I could hug you right now. Blah, blah, blah. She replies to that. I wish I could jump through the screen and give you a big hug. I'm so sorry. I could use that hug right now. Like, she goes in and replies to everybody that's trying to play Twitter therapist in the replies. We're not done, by the way. Like, she's continued into today, apparently. This blog I wrote about grief in February is a reminder that I knew I would react this way to trauma in the future. It's an example of how much stronger I am now. It's been fucking like 48 hours. You don't know how you're responding to trauma, and you don't know how you're going to respond to trauma long term. Get the fuck off fucking Twitter. Like, somebody get these two off of fucking Twitter. I cannot believe this shit that I'm reading. Like, I just, I'm blown away. I'm blown away, and I'm blown away. And every time I do these things, I get more and more blown away by the things people are willing to post on the internet. Exactly. She hasn't taken time to process all this information. You remember I mentioned I took some time off because my dog died? I'm pretty sure it took me at least 3 days before I even posted about it on Twitter. And it was like, I think I took an entire week off. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe that was a little excessive. Maybe I was a little dramatic. But like I said, this is not for Twitter. This is not, and more so, this is not mental health advocacy, okay? I want to be clear about this. Mental health advocacy is telling people when you need to get into therapy, okay? It's telling people, and I know I use that as an insult a lot, and maybe I shouldn't, but the fact is that this is not helping anybody. This is not good for anybody's mental health. This is not good for you to show to other people who think that the proper way to deal with drama is the proper way to deal with tragedy and trauma is to post about it on Twitter. And to post about it. Remember, this is just Twitter. God knows what all they posted on Instagram and everything else. I mean, apparently Hunter was streaming the next day. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, I apologize if anyone thinks I've been callous through this. But like I said, you need to learn when to turn off your phone. This is one of those times when you turn off your phone and you disconnect from the internet, because reading a bunch of people's comments about it isn't going to help you. And trauma dumping on Twitter isn't going to help you. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't look all that great. Are y'all ready for something a little more lightweight? a little less crazy. I actually might end up wrapping up this show early today. I'm getting through this pretty quickly. Trauma dumping on strangers is as manipulative. If it's not talking to someone you actually know, it comes off as a pity/attention graft. And you know, I've been there before. I can understand the impulse to like want to like trauma dump. But like at the same time, I think that impulse to trauma dump is a little bit of mental illness, and you've got to work these things out. As much as like I don't like how mental health is like dealt with, in the sense that you just have a lot of doctors who are just throwing pills at people. You know, I don't like the way that mental health is dealt with. But with all of that being said, you have to know when that's appropriate for you, and when you need to go into therapy, and when you should and shouldn't be on medication, and when you should be learning coping skills so that you're not on medication the rest of your life. The internet should not be this big a part of life. Yeah, exactly. But let's move on to something a little more lightweight. Who's ready for some dodgeball? Ludwig hosted a dodgeball tournament yesterday. It's Creator Dodgeball. Okay. We're only going to watch just the intro to this. I don't think it's that long. It's a 5-hour stream. Actually, it might be that long. 14 minutes to 30 minutes. We'll watch it on 2x speed. No, we won't.
Hello.
So we obviously have a school gymnasium with a handful, a few, yeah, I don't know what. We've got like 75 people that were paid to be here.
Oh, and welcome to the Creator Dodgeball World Championship today. Today, folks, settle down. Come on, settle down. We have thousands of people in the crowd here today. We are going to decide which platform is the best, okay? We're going to decide amongst all the greats.
It's platform wars. Watch for
Twitches,
wait for
the
it.
YouTubes, Facebook's here.
It's Twitch versus YouTube versus Kick versus Facebook Gaming. This
Okay. Nobody knows their roster yet, but I promise I talked to them. They're all just Facebook lovers. We got Kick, we have Team Podcasts, and even Team Chess Boxing. Because
Is
at the end of the
Facebook
day,
Gaming
at the end
even
of the day,
still
I
a
did buy
thing?
hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of merch, and I do need to sell it, even though the event's canceled. So Ludwig.gg if you want some really cool merch for the chess boxing stuff. Some stuff $10 off. Anyway, it's also my first event live on Twitch and YouTube, which is cool. Hello Twitch. Hello Twitch. How's it going, Twitch? I heard my Twitch Prime button might be broken, so just double check. Just double check. And if it does work, just try. Let's just try. Let's do a tester.
Guys, can you guys test my Twitch Prime button? Okay, I'm M60_ on Twitch.
But I won't keep you going too
Is
long
that
here.
bad, Pat? No, it's his mentally deficient little brother.
We have a good day going on. We have 2 pools of 3 teams. Top 2 will move on. We'll have a semifinals, a finals, and we're playing for a huge prize we'll show in a second. But let's introduce our team, starting with my favorite team, the one I'm representing today. Let's take a look at Team YouTube. Bring them on out, Team YouTube!
Good job,
We got
YouTube.
Valky Ray, Boosly, Saikuno, and Lily. Hello. Also,
Okay, so that's just offline TV.
special subbing, Michael Reeves. Okay, I'm just gonna ask, Lily, if I can ask you, what do you think our chances are today?
Like 2%,
Okay, but we have Michael.
10%.
There we go.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
definitely in a
We
school
guys can
gymnasium.
move up right here, and we're gonna introduce our second team. You just stand in the back. They're just.
Don't you see the championships at the top here?
Is it a group photo with everyone? Don't ask me. I don't know how it works. I don't work here. All right, our next team is going to be Ludwig.gg, Ludwig.gg. Team Chess Boxing, bring them out. These are all former chess boxers and or prospective chess boxers. They could kill you one punch. It would take one punch.
So I don't know what chess boxing is, I have to be honest.
You guys look threatening. You look scary.
I believe this just has something to do with the fact that I think that there's some chess team he owns or something. I don't know, honestly.
Okay, I'm gonna ask.
They
I'm gonna ask
play
the one who I
chess
think's the
and box
strongest
at
here.
the same
Slime Arbor
time.
Gaming. Do you think you win this?
Absolutely.
Biggest competition, Myth. Biggest competition. Who is it?
Nobody.
Okay. All right. So dramatic. So dramatic. All right. Well, that's Team Chess Boxing. Give it up for them. You guys can shuffle right to the. You just step back over there somewhere, vaguely. And our next team we are introducing is going to be a mix-up, a little mishmash. It's a platform in a way. It's Team Podcasts. Bring them on out. A lot of great podcasts represented here.
So this isn't very specific. It's just Team Podcasters.
Because he's so big. Aiden, Austin, Nick, Cutie. Hello, right behind me. How you guys?
Which I didn't know Cutie Cinderella had her own podcast. I know she used to do that shitty one with fucking Kaceytron back in the day, but you know, she cut that shit off. We'll talk about that a little bit later. A wrench check like happened in the movie Dodgeball, would be the only thing I can imagine making this watchable. You know, and I have to think that what happened was like somebody got really high and watched Dodgeball and was like, hey, let's do this. Because this whole thing isn't wonderfully thought out. But they got some reasonably popular people for what it is.
Ted, how do you feel today? You feel like you have a good chance?
For the fact that it's...
I feel like I'm ready to throw some balls.
Okay, and as far as platforms go, where do you rank you guys? Like, you're better than the other
live
platform, better than
streamers.
Kick.com, Podcaster?
Twitch streamers. They're all Twitch streamers, basically.
Number one team. I think you look really good.
Thank you. I'm on 2 podcasts, so I'm better than all of them.
Okay, it's your own team. It's your own team. Okay. Well, give it up for Team Podcasts. You guys can just line up right here.
I want to see Trisha Paytas.
It was really hard. I'm not gonna fucking lie. It was.
I said all things considered.
Really hard to find 5 people for this team. It was really hard, and I actually could only find 5 people by also including some band streamers. Please do not. It's all right, okay, because they're going to be masked. I've confirmed that they won't reveal their face, which dance, it's okay. Let's introduce Team Kick. Bring them on out. I tried so hard. Where's XQC? Come on, we got Yasuo, Sapnap, Moises, and our 2 band streamers. Now, okay, can you talk to me? Obviously, we're not allowed to say who these band streamers are. We don't want to get in trouble. Are they good at Dodgeball? I don't know much about them.
So Ice Poseidon's pretty good.
Okay. How do you feel like your chances are going to be today? You feel good?
So I'm going to spoil this for you because we're not going to get this far into it. But those are not band streamers. They end up actually, I believe, showing their faces later on in all of this. We're not going to watch it, almost any of this. But this is basically a joke on the fact that if there are band streamers, then they can't be shown on Twitch. So these are not actually band streamers, because the reality is, even if they had a mask on, this still wouldn't be allowed on Twitch. But this gets a little bit more interesting in a second.
The crowd just saw Team Facebook. We're good. We're not worried.
Okay. All right.
Because if this were
we'll
true,
get in Team Kick. You guys can go right there. Thank you so much. Give it up for Team Kick. I think we just got 2 more. And our next up is a platform I haven't been on in a long time. Give your Twitch primes up for them. Team Twitch, come on out. Oh, big man. Big man. You look really funny in knee pads. You look big. You look big. Okay. All right.
Anyone recognize that old guy in the middle? Anyone recognize this old guy in the middle? That's the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy. And the reality being that, let's assume that those actually were banned streamers. He's the CEO of Twitch. He wouldn't have been able to make an exception for that. But, you know, he's the CEO of Twitch. He needs to show up at this fucking dodgeball game and play with Mizkif and Hassan. Mizkif, by the way.
Dan, I gotta talk to you here. You are the CEO of Twitch.tv. This is the first time I've been on Twitch in a couple years. What are you hoping to do today? You have any goals you want to accomplish? You want to beat anyone?
The win, right? Win. It's that simple. It's that simple. Our goal is to win, right? As it always is. It's
okay. All right, it's about winning. Do you have any competition you see out here that you're scared about?
No.
Someone like you squeaks. Okay. All right.
No, I'm gonna let, we're gonna be done after this in just a second.
I just want to tell you that. I got nothing to ask you. All right.
I want Ludwig to get his last joke in here, okay? So we had Kick and the quote-unquote banned streamers. Now we have Twitch with the fucking CEO, who apparently has nothing better to do, you know, while ruining Twitch, to come and play dodgeball with his good buddy Mizkif. Not to mention, I thought Mizkif streams on Rumble now.
Dan said we'd all get better contracts if we make it to the semis.
Well, I'm going to show you guys the last team. You guys can line up right there. Our last team is going to be in the pool along with Twitch and YouTube. It's a team that most people don't know much about, but I think they have a good chance of winning. Let's introduce Team Facebook. Come on out! Where's the team, Nick? Nick, can I ask you something? Who are these people?
The best of the best that Facebook has to offer, okay? We still matter. We used to have all the kids. They went to TikTok. We used to have all the anti-vaxxers. They went to Kick. We still matter, okay? Yeah.
Sure. Hello. I've heard Isabella.
Bonjour.
Oh, is your French? Okay.
Where's my champagne?
Well, it's like 11 o'clock. So, what are you good at dodgeball? Do you have any experience in the sport?
Sure. I'm a great dancer.
Okay. All right. Are you just eating burger?
I'm starving.
Okay. All right. I'm scared. Thank you guys so much for being. Oh.
Shout out to my kids, Zach and Maddie and Caitlin.
Are you FaceTiming right now? Okay. All right. That's very sweet. Shout out. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Do you guys get the joke? Did you guys get the joke? So Facebook gaming, I don't believe is even a thing anymore. Obviously, you can stream on Facebook, but I don't believe any of these are quote-unquote Facebook streamer. They're just old people that they paid to come do this joke. Yes, they're just boomers that got paid to come make this joke of ha ha ha. We got the boomers that for Facebook stream. Who are these people? Who are these people? I don't think you got the joke. Okay. I don't think you got the joke. Okay. I got to be honest. I don't think any of you understood the joke. But the real joke here, in my humble opinion, is the fact that the goddamn CEO of Twitch needs to be live streaming. I'm sorry, needs to be playing dodgeball right now Do you guys know what the new Twitch meta is at the moment? Oh, actually, before we move on, spoiler alert. Do you guys want to know who won? Do you guys want to know who won the dodgeball game? I'm going to spoil it. Cover your ears if you don't want to know who won the dodgeball game. Guess who won? Kick. And this whole thing's really kind of gay and stupid, right? Like, it's really stupid, let's be honest. But Hassan's editor did not apparently find it very amusing. Hassan's editor has a mental breakdown because the Kick team won Ludwig's dodgeball game. Hate that fucking platform to the depths of my soul. Glad we just gave them a W in a big general audiences event. A big general audiences event. No joke. How many views did this get? 768,000 views. 768,000 views is a big general audiences event. I'm pretty sure dying television channels still get millions of viewers. Rotten website that cares none about policing racist, genocidal freaks and instead puts them on the homepage. Dude, it's a dodgeball game. Please take a shower immediately. Kick derangement syndrome. So yes, this is Hassan's video editor having a meltdown over Ludwig's fucking dodgeball game. The whole thing, and not to mention, the whole thing is effectively a joke. Maybe that's what he's upset about, is that Ludwig scripted the show for Kick to... I don't think the game itself was scripted. I think just the whole premise behind it was mostly scripted. But either way, the CEO really wants to sit here and waste his time on this, right? The CEO needs to play dodgeball with Ms. Kiff, right? Now, I find this fairly interesting, and I want to make sure I hold on a second. Hold on just a second. I'm going to keep making noises just so you know I'm still alive. Okay. So I find it interesting that the CEO of Twitch is wasting his time on this while this is the stuff that's on the front page of Twitch. Now press 1 if you're familiar with the new Booba meta. I don't want to show this on screen for too long. Now, people have been melting down on Twitch about this, and I don't... You know, I have a mixed opinion on this. And the reason I have a mixed opinion on this is because ultimately, you know, it's not our responsibility to parent your fucking children, okay? Watch what your children are watching, you know? Keep an eye on your goddamn children. You got no, like... It's not up to the rest of us to make family-friendly content. But I feel like this may be going over the line. Like, maybe I've hit my limit. So, Dexerdo posted this, what's going on at Twitch? And this is the new meta, y'all. You want to get big on Twitch? You got to get other people big in their pants.
I feel
What is this meta?
and also like anxious today. You know what I mean? Titan, thank you for the tier 3. Thank you. I just want to relax today, so I don't really have any, like, sub goals or anything like that. I feel...
I don't have any sub goals. The fuck? I feel as if it's a form of porn. So I think that's taking it too far. But I think at the same time, it's just ridiculous. I mean, this is insane. Why is this, like, why is this being allowed on Twitch? And I made my own post about it. And look, my argument isn't like, oh, think of the children. I don't really care, okay? But I made my own post on this, basically explaining, follow me on Twitter, it's M60IRL. I made my own post on Twitter about this, explaining that, you know, when you're the kind of person that puts in 12 plus hours, you know, and I wasn't thinking about myself here, but like when the platform you're on prefers this as content and doesn't care about that 12-hour cosplay marathon you did, or the amount of work that you put in all your scene setups, or the 10 years you dedicated to the platform, you know, when this gets by and like this is what you have to compete with, not only is it impossible to compete with it, but you also have the issue of this is the platform you're on. And so when people ask you, what do you do? And you say you're a Twitch streamer, I'll just break it to you. A lot of Twitch streamers don't tell people they're Twitch streamers. They just say I'm a YouTuber because it's easier to explain. And frankly, Twitch has done nothing to broaden their name. Twitch has done nothing to make it acceptable to be known as a goddamn Twitch streamer. You know, it's something they could have done many, many years ago, but it's just a lost cause at this point. So anyway, yeah, this is not one person doing it. It's multiple people doing it. Multiple people. And see, that screenshot is a different person from these other four. So anyway, at best, it's embarrassing as a content creator to be on Twitch when people are saying, wow, this is what they pass off as content. It's basically just a softcore porn site, right? So, of course, there are people defending this, okay? Women should be able to wear whatever they want, okay? She could wear that to the grocery store, right? She could wear that to the grocery store, right? And, you know, I gotta be honest. I wouldn't be doing this if Kaceytron had just kept her fat fucking mouth shut and quit talking shit about me. I probably wouldn't even be addressing this. But Kaceytron finally got the attention she was craving with this stupid ass post. Brace yourselves. The incels about to lose their minds and act like women are ruining Twitch for the millionth time. Now, I say she got the attention she wanted. I don't think she wanted my attention, and you're going to find out why in a second. She got, apparently, I think I saw a Turkey Tom video and an August the Duck video covering this tweet of hers, okay? 1, Twitch is not for children. 2, if you think this woman's main demographic is children, you're a moron. 3, how do you know she isn't covering her nipples with something? 4, the pearl clutching every time something like this happens is ridiculous and tiresome. P.S. I know many of you don't leave the house, but if this offends you, I strongly advise you join some sort of Amish community and cut yourself off from modern society. So first of all, I actually agree with a number of these points. Twitch is not for children. That's debatable. If Twitch is not for children, then Twitch should be 18 plus. But Twitch does allow 13 and up on the website, whether you like it or not. As far as what her demographic is whoever is going to pay her. Like, that's how live streaming works. This is a business. I don't think she gives two shits whether children are jerking off to her. And I don't think that's her responsibility either. But like I said, I think I saw Turkey Tom and August the duck both cover that. What's with all the animals? The animal fucking channels here. So people, of course, are dunking on her in the comments. And you'd think I really wouldn't need to, like, do this. Because here's the thing. Every time I think about addressing this stupid bitch, I come back and I look at the replies, and everybody's dragging her. Like, I don't need to say anything when everybody is already making the point that I make. And in fact, I usually avoid subjects that have been talked about if I don't have a different opinion. Because there's no reason to just talk about the same thing over and over and over again. You're going to watch 1,000 channels all talk about the same thing with the same goddamn opinion. That's not what I'm going to do. You know, that's not what I do. So she got attention off of this. So do you think she stopped here? Oh, by the way, she got sent the free cookies too, by the way. There's nothing that states Twitch is a site for children. Just because kids use the site doesn't mean it's Nick Jr. I could use the same logic to say it's a site for adults. Also, there are mature and 18+ content warnings. The puritanical outrage is laughable considering y'all have been saying the same shit for a decade. Since you guys only read the parts you like. So this is the part about if you're between the ages of 13 and legal majority, you may only use Twitch under the supervision of a parent. Does that mean that every underage child on Twitch, as like their parent is sitting there in the room? What that means is that the fucking company's not going to take liability. That's all that fucking means. And again, I don't disagree with this premise. I'm just saying, like, is this really the hill you want to die on? Or are you just arguing for the sake of attention and the sake of fucking having something to argue for? Because the reality is, people aren't like objectifying and sexualizing this meta. It is an objectively sexual meta. And she was even still going on about it today, where she posted the statistics that there's apparently no children on Twitch. People keep saying that Twitch is largely made up of minors. It isn't. Just like they keep acting like OF streams are being featured on the front page. They aren't. First of all, these streams were on the front page. She's just factually wrong here. They also routinely leave out how that you can mark your stream as 18+. Imagine your daughter doing this. I mean, my God. My thing isn't imagine your daughter. It's like, imagine how you're going to feel about this in 10 years when all of this is on the internet in perpetually. Forever on the internet, you know? Like, how are you going to feel about this in 10 years? How are you going to feel about this in 10 years when you posted your trauma dumping on the internet? You know what I'm saying? Leave it in the drafts, I'm telling you. But anyway, so apparently, according to her statistics, there are no minors. Now, if you add all of this up, I think there's about 4% left. But notice how the biggest demographic is 18 to 24-year-olds. It's as if she doesn't remember being a minor on the internet and how all you did was add up how many years it would take for you to be 18. Like, are you just pretending to be stupid? The copium just don't end. I guess people will just ignore obvious realities to suit their causes because every kid has an under 18 account because the actual streams in question put an 18 marker on them. Okay. Your stats start at 18-year-old. Are you really naive enough to believe people, i.e. kids, aren't routinely lying about their age? Like, I'm sorry, but like, press 1 if you've ever been a minor on the internet. I know I was, and I know that every time I filled out a fucking form, I put my age as 18. And ironically, I wasn't smart enough and like pick like a specific year. I would just put in the year until it said that I was 18. You know what I mean? Of course, everyone lied on this shit. So it's like, why do you think this is the biggest chunk of people? But we're supposed to believe that it's 4% are the outliers of 65 or older or 17 or younger. Like, that math don't add up. And again, I'd leave it alone. But then she had the fucking nerve. She had the fucking nerve. She had the fucking nerve to fucking post one of the most hypocritical fucking sacks of shit tweets this bitch has ever fucking done. You would see the same level of sexuality displayed flipping through cable television. I really don't see the big deal. Y'all act like MTV didn't exist when we were kids. The puritanical outrage and accusations of pedophilia are unhinged and delusional. I'm going to give you a second just to read the rest before I go any further. So the argument being that the argument that people are making is that this woman is going on here, going live naked, and she knows that she's attracting young boys into her stream. She knows this is a platform for kids. Therefore, she's a pedophile for peddling her porn to minors, right? Everyone follows the logic that I don't agree with it, but everyone follows that logic. You could say the same for any porn stars, any whatever. What I find hypocritical and ironic here is her saying the accusations of pedophilia. Now, if I recall correctly, the whole reason that I ever had this falling out with Kaceytron was because her stupid boyfriend said some stupid fucking shit trying to imply that I had a problem with age of consent laws. And when I confronted her and I said, Kaceytron, you shouldn't be having this kind of content where you slander people. I'll just show you let's just watch the clip. I'm sure she can't remember from one day to the next. She's too busy smoking her brains out. Oh, let me pack this bowl, by the way.
More.
Wait, where's the audio?
More.
Wait, is this me? I have no audio. Oh, hold on. Press 1 if y'all can hear.
More. Oh, here's another restroom. I'm gonna run
Shut
in
up,
here.
cameraman. Shut up, M60. You're a libertarian.
Let people like what they like. Will you hold
Tell
this
me to
for a
shut up
second,
when you
babe?
have a decent take on age of consent laws.
When I have a decent take on age of consent laws, tell me, sir, what are my takes on age of consent laws? You know, I'm not going to rehash this argument from years ago, but the fact of the matter is There is absolutely no reason that you need to go and say some bullshit like that about a channel that is, at this point, half your size. And blast this out to 500 people as if I did or ever said anything about age. I don't do politics. I don't do politics streams. I don't ever talk about age of fucking consent laws. You have no idea what my stance is on age of consent laws. You're taking some stupid meme and ascribing it to me because I didn't want to vote for pedophile Sleepy Joe. I'm sorry I didn't want to vote the same way as Jeffrey Epstein does. I say does because he probably is still alive, God damn it. Anyway, this isn't about me, okay? What I thought would be fun is to search Kaceytron's tweets for every time she called somebody a pedophile. And let's just see how the puritanical outrage and the baseless pedophile accusations that only other people are doing. She doesn't do this, right? They're showing this to kids. A man with barely anything covering him participating in BDSM acts. This is confusing to children and grooming. Let's be kids. Leave the little kids alone. It's getting ridiculous. Christians are pedophiles and groomers. I don't care. Now, I understand this is tongue-in-cheek. I get it, except for the last part. I think she genuinely believes that. I take that as satire. I know. Let's keep going. This is quote tweeting gays against groomers because they quote tweeted her. If you grifters care about groomers and pedophiles so much, then why did you work with Milo Yiannopoulos and Ali Alexander, both known pedophiles? Now, this one I could be wrong about. Ali Alexander, yes, I believe there was something. I've heard about it. I don't know or care enough because I don't look into right-wing morons on the internet. This does not encompass my day like it does hers, apparently. Milo Yiannopoulos, I don't know of any accusation. Well, I don't know of any evidence that he is a pedophile. I don't know. Like I said, show it to me, but I don't know that there is. You'll see these get real shaky. Why is it that, okay, saying women prefer tall, confident, rich men is a fact of life. Saying men prefer younger, less promiscuous, thin women is considered misogynist. You don't need to know the rest of the tweet. It doesn't matter. Why is it that the same men that are always accusing LGBTQ plus of being groomers and pedophiles always go on about how much they want young, inexperienced women? It's because they're groomers and project. Keep them away from young girls. So because a guy says, yeah, men prefer younger women and not old women who age to hell and back and then expect a 20-year-old man, like the other way around, yeah, they're pedophiles for thinking that. My bad. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's weird. I'll give her that. Let's keep going. Libs of TikTok quote tweet. This is pedophile behavior. Just searching for trans kids dancing and posting it to your weird pedophilia fan base to look at. Stop being weird and sexualizing children. Now, okay, but this is a very misinterpreted view of this tweet. This tweet is Libs of TikTok posting this, saying someone else posted this. Look at how sick and depraved this is. Again, I don't have to take a stance on here to say that you're calling a bunch of people pedophiles with no actual basis or evidence. Let's see. Men crying of skins. They got called out for generalizing all gay people as pedophiles. Oh, they're such victims. Okay. But see, and okay, that's another thing. She's complaining about Nick Merckx. If you remember the Nick Merckx thing, he didn't call anybody a pedophile. He said that whole stupid leave the children alone, which I don't agree with that. But at the same time, that's not what he didn't call anybody a fucking pedophile. Nude bike rides have been a thing for years, not exclusive to Pride. True. Just an international nude bike ride day. Activist groups often do it to bring attention to a cause. Usual Republican dog whistling to accuse all gay people of being pedophiles. They never have. Christ almighty. Never have that same energy for Herrero events that do the same shit. I'm not even sure what she's talking about. Oh, here we go. No, just wait, because this was her fucking lol cow ass response. I've always thought that the way Dream interacts with his young fan base on multiple platforms that are all locked down and private is weird and inappropriate. The writing is on the wall. This shit is getting weird and inexcusable. Hashtag Dream allegations. Hashtag drop Dream. So again, because Dream has child fan base, he's a pedophile. Somebody replied with her replying to this tweet that this guy is underage. I forget what this guy's name is, but he's one of Dream's friend. But these are all like pictures of underage kids, and she's saying they're so hot. So when somebody confronts her with this and says, hey, Kaceytron, maybe don't, you did do this, This is in such bad faith. It was me joking / mocking the DSMP fandom. I've been in a committed relationship since 2017. If you're going to call me a pedophile, doing this openly as a joke, while defending Dream doing it in private over Snapchat, you're only proving you're a hypocrite. No, the point was, you're a hypocrite. That was the point. That was the point. And you also are kind of pathetic because you really don't have to show, hey guys, I have a boyfriend. Hey guys, I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. Do you guys know I have a boyfriend? I have a boyfriend, guys. I have a boyfriend. Yeah, gay one. Not the woke mob trying to take away the right for people to speak freely. Fucking snowflake. What is this under? Oh, this is under this ridiculous fucking shit where she calls all Christians pedophiles. No way you're comparing Jesus to the LGBTQ. You're canceled, buddy. She replies with, again, was this worth replying? You really needed to reply to this? Not the woke mob trying to take away the right for people to speak freely. Fucking snowflake. If Christians want to not be called pedophiles and groomers, they should stop showing half-naked men engaged in BDSM acts to children as young as 2. Nick Merckx is a conservative moron who thinks gay people are pedophiles and celebrated Trayvon Martin's killer getting away with murder. Again, that's slander because he never said that. I know y'all aren't trying to paint queers as pedophiles while not mentioning the Catholic Church's history of raping children and covering it up. What a fucking joke. Yeah, factually true. In fact, what is this under? This is under a Fox News. Yeah, Fox News. Let me just tell you, the guy at Fox News is really reading the replies. The Major League Baseball team is facing intense backlash after announcing they will present the Community Hero Award to an activist group of queer and trans nuns. What? Okay. Again, we're right back where we started too, because they didn't paint anybody as pedophiles. Like, that's the thing. She seems like so fucking sensitive over this issue that she's just like, pedophile, because she knows that's what, like, people keep throwing this word around so much that you're eventually going to end up with people like John Zerka and Mr. Girl who think it's funny to pretend to be a pedophile. You're going to end up with promoting people like that because you're just throwing around pedophile, because you're trying to insult somebody. I'm waiting for the day, and in fact, that's something I should talk about is Miss Hussey got fucking DC Media Girl to shut up with that fucking shit, but only after fucking having to sue his ass. I'm waiting for somebody to sue this bitch, honestly. Because it's going to get there eventually. It will get there eventually. Mark my words. She's still banned, right? We're again still under the Jesus post. She's still banned, right? No, moron. Why are you trying to silence me, though? You want me to be banned and silenced for trying to speak out against grooming and pedophilia? Lamau, protecting groomers. You're a fucking pedophile, too. Now, okay, this is satire. Does that make this satire? Does that make this satire in any way? Like, I don't agree with people attacking the LGBT community, like you did to me. I don't agree with that. But you don't call them pedophiles back. That's not how you own the conservatives. This is from, let's see, imagine using pedophile as a baseless insult while trying to protect children against pedophiles. You're just making the word lose all meaning. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. On June 9th, we had a glimpse of sanity here for a second, but she doesn't seem to realize the amount of self-reflection it would take for her to realize that that's what she's doing to everybody the fuck else. Replying to Jim Jordan, he's a congressman. We're going to talk about this one. Anybody who supports this pedophile literally supports pedophiles. Well, that's an amazing fucking statement. I mean, let me just tell you that had to take a really high level of understanding to come up with the conclusion that someone who supports a pedophile supports pedophiles. You're really knocking these political takes out of the park here, Casey. Now, I would love to know, does anyone want to guess where she got this high-level political take from? Anyone want to just take a stab? What do you think she watches to get these high-level political takes? Hassan? No. I don't think she actually watches Hassan. I think she probably just takes cliff notes of Hassan and then tries to just regurgitate things. But no, she's not. She's got a little more class than that. Come on. Fox News? Oh, no. She only watches Fox News to mock them. She watches Fox News ironically. No. Where does she think Jim Jordan's a pedophile? Where do you think that comes from? They did an episode about Jim Jordan when he was running for speaker. And notice the date here, October the 18th. Well, The Daily Show posted this on October the 17th. And the problem wouldn't be that she's regurgitating fucking talking points from The Daily Show of all places as if they're real political talking points. I could let that part go. But the whole joke from that episode of The Daily Show was that at least Jim Jordan is not a pedophile.
Dennis Hastert was an admitted pedophile. He abused multiple young boys and tried to hide his horrific actions with payoffs. Jim Jordan is only accused of enabling sexual abuse, and the victims weren't children. He is the progress we need. Jim Jordan, not as bad as a pedophile.
So, you didn't even get the joke. You literally missed the fucking punchline. You fucking delusional idiot. Because the whole point is that he was involved, what was it, the Duke scandal or Ohio, I think. Anyway, he was involved in the whole thing where he covered up, he basically covered up. And I'm not saying this is some great guy, but the fact is you have no basis of calling him a pedophile. You can argue that he enabled pedophiles, but you cannot call him a pedophile. That is slander. She read one word and soy posted. So again, you know, I don't care, but I just want you to understand this is where these political takes are coming from the left streamers on Twitch. From The Daily Show. And they don't even listen to The Daily Show. It's clearly just background noise. She heard Jim Jordan and pedophiles, rushed the next day to reply to his tweet. By the way, yeah, this tweet is a day old. No, this is from 2020. Now, I will say Kaceytron hasn't always been this fucking brain dead and delusional. This is more of a what's been happening to her over the last few years. But Casey, go back and reread your tweets sometime from 2020. At least I didn't falsely accuse someone of being a pedophile. Oh, that aged real terribly, girl. Accusing these girls of basically being pedophiles. So she's rehashing this narrative all over when it's convenient for her. September of 2021. She was being a hypocrite in 2021 too. You're homophobic and a pedophile. Thinking about cock. Okay. This tweet thread goes. Probably a minor's knowing you, blah, blah, blah. So I guess this guy probably called her a wait. You called a minor hot. Okay, so this is in relation to the dream drama. You called a minor hot. You are not a minor. You are smart enough to know better. Your comment is very wrong on so many levels. You got called out for it. Why make yourself look stupid by calling someone else something they aren't simply because they told you what you did was wrong? Shut up, pedophile. Do you even know the definition of pedophile? I just thought we were throwing around baseless insults. Homophobic pedophile. You're homophobic and a pedophile. Okay. I love how I quite enjoy how attacking her is somehow homophobic considering she's straight. After that comment, though, she's probably not anymore. But anyway. The priest is not a gay man. He's a pedophile who is attracted to children. Why would you normalize a pedophile by saying they're gay is dangerous to gay people and helpful to pedophiles? What? He's gay, the victim. Okay, so this guy is actually a pedophile. She's 0 and what, 32 now? She got one right. Pedophile. So here we are back to Dream. I've been committed in a relationship since 2017. Oh my God. With a man my own age who I didn't meet messaging my fans. I went on a fake dating show and jokingly said DSMP people were hot to mock the fandom. How is that mocking the fandom? Like, I don't, oh my God. If y'all are going to call me a pedophile for that, if y'all are going to call me a pedophile for that when what Dream did was work, what did Dream do? In fact, I don't even need to know. Like, all of you should stop throwing around the fucking word pedophile. You are enabling and supporting pedophiles when you do this. You are minimizing sexual abuse of children when you go around calling people pedophiles and you have no evidence of it. Calling someone a pedophile is a specific accusation of a crime. And I would suggest, since you're all business owners and wanting to do this as your business, that I would suggest you talk to a lawyer. Because you can't go around saying this kind of shit. And you know why you can't go around saying this kind of shit? You know, because it's not just the legal implications. It's really not just the legal implications. Okay? Life has its consequences. Because frankly, I think people are kind of done with your bullshit. And when I say people are done with their bullshit, it's not just this. It's not running around just calling people pedophiles. It's the fact that she feels the need to inject herself into every possible drama she can find. She feels the need to talk as much shit as she possibly can, to call people pedophiles, to call people all kinds of fucking names on Twitter. And then has the nerve to pass this off as content. This is her content now. 24 hours of just watching TV under, what is it? I'm only sleeping. I guess maybe she's about to go live soon because she switched to just chatting. Take a look at this. This is her stats from the last 180 days. She's spent more time sleeping on stream than she has actually streaming. Because what she does is she goes live when she's not on camera. And even when she is on camera, the only amount of content she has is playing, I guess this is Real Housewives, 90 Day Fiance. And she just plays TV 24 hours a day. She steals other people's content. She is a thief stealing other people's content. And meanwhile, while she does this, goes on Twitter and calls people pedophiles. Because, mind you, this was running while she was making all of these fucking tweets. Okay? The reality is, I used to have a lot of respect for Kaceytron, you know. She used to do some really good content. She doesn't do that anymore. She has become the sack of shit, awful fucking streamer that she complains about. And it's just, I mean, it's embarrassing. I think she's probably beyond the point of no return. Like, I think there's not really a whole lot of anything she could do. But I'll say this much. If she were to actually stop being a psychopath and stop lobbing accusations at everybody, stop picking fights for attention, and actually go back to making real content, she might actually be able to turn that shit around. But I wouldn't hold my breath. I wouldn't hold out any hope for that. Because at this point, she's realized, by the way, she's realized at this point that she can get 2,800 subs off of simply watching TV, which is about what she had when she was actually streaming and putting effort in. So, and I assume this is mostly pay pigs, but either way, that's about $7,000 a month that she's making off of, and that's $7,000 at the low point. $7,000 a month off of live streaming TV shows. I mean, I do have to come back and be like, what the fuck am I doing? Actually attempting to provide content for you fucking people. But I've become very relegated in the fact that, like, I would rather actually provide content, personally. You know, I just think it's pathetic and sad. I think she's become the people that she pretends to shit on. Like, she's no better than XQC. She's no better than any of these other streamers. In fact, she's worse because she knows exactly what she's doing is wrong. And she does it anyway. So anyway, that is all I have for you all. Everybody press 7 for me, please. Do not call me hun. That's all I have for you guys today. Did you guys enjoy it? Do we want to see what Jack is up to? No, you know what? No, I'm tired of Jack. I am fucking tired of Jack. Queen of Karma, go away. You're crazy. I am tired of Jack. I need this. I need this in my life. Chair to table transformation.
Hey guys, Beautiful Essentials here. For today's video, I'm going to be transforming thrift store chairs that I got for $5. Yes, it is a good deal. My head was just exploding with ideas for these chairs, but the first thing that I did was to dismantle all the chairs. And I got help from an associate who was really helpful, and he made my job a lot easier. So a big shout out to Mr. Wallen for helping me out with the chairs.
Wait, she's turning the chairs
when I got
into
home,
a
the next thing
table?
that I did was to remove the foam that's at the top. After that, I turned them over and joined them together on a thick piece of wood.
Girl, those were perfectly good tables. Those were perfectly good chairs. What are you doing?
When I was done, I sanded down the whole thing, cleaned it.
If I leave,
and
you'll
took it
have
out to
nobody
spray paint it
watching.
white.
Don't start with me, girl. Listen. Queen of Karma. I will be nice to you, but I need some screenshots from you.
I used 3 coats of glossy white spray paint. And I ended up using 2 cans of spray paint.
Oh, you can't hear me through my lisp?
When it was dry, I took it in.
Girl, there is a 3-hour documentary of you on the fucking internet, okay? You've been doing this for 3 years. I've been doing this for 10. And nobody has bothered that much. Okay? So if you want to be homophobic and you want to be rude, I can be much ruder back to you. Because nobody gave a fuck about you? Oh my God. Are you okay? Let me try it this way. What do you want? What do you want? What can I do for you, honey? Because I really don't feel like fighting with you. Oh my God. How can I help you? Is there something I can help you with, honey? No? Jesus.
And then I covered up the upper part with leftover PVC strip that I have at home from another project.
Girl, I haven't even gotten
I'll use a
to
little
you,
bit of
though.
white paint and dab it on the nails.
That's the thing. I haven't even gotten to the worst yet.
I'll use some decorative onlays that I've had in my home for a while now, but these particular ones are no longer on the website, but I will leave a link for something similar to this down in the description box below. I took them out and I spray painted them white, and this is how they're going to be attached to the table.
Girl, this is not my main channel. You're stupid. Listen. Do your research. Do your fucking research. I'm not going to help you. This is not my main channel.
The table is all set.
Christ
all I have
almighty.
to do now is place mirrors on top.
You know what? The 12 viewers I have are more than you've ever seen. Christ.
Because I don't want to waste any of the parts of the chairs that I dismantled, I'll be using the other part to make a French-styled bench. I rented some equipment at Home Depot to do these cuts because the wood is really, really strong. So I cut off the upper parts because I'll be using the design to make the bench much more pretty. The back of the chairs are too long for the kind of bench that I want to make, so I'm going to reduce the height.
Girl, if you're gonna
Since
make
I was
a
home, I
table
ended up
out
using
of
my
this,
saw
this is
to
gonna
make this
fucking
cut,
like.
which was really, really hard.
I don't think this is gonna
But
work the way
then
you think
it was done, and then I added this design.
Did she just cut through that shit with scissors? What the fuck?
At the top with mending plates. This turned out so well, and I also used wood glue at the back. I'm going to be holding it down together with the bottom of the chair even more using screws. When I was done, I joined them together with wood. I wasn't satisfied with this, so I added another pair of wood that's going to start from both ends of the chairs that will be attached to the existing wood.
Is she gonna put something on the top of it though? I will say her crafts have gotten
I'll be
better. I have
attaching
not
pieces
watched
of wood
her in
that I cut to
probably
size
months now.
in the middle for the seating area.
Has anyone been keeping up with Yodov? Fuck, I need biscuits now in here.
I have another thick piece of wood that I'm going to be having here, but this wood is going to be covered with foam and fabric. I'm also going to be using particle boards that have been cut to the pattern that's on the chair.
Well, particle board's better than her using cardboard, because that's usually what she'd be using. That's what I'm saying. She is like
First
slowly
things first, I took the bench
improving.
outside and I spray painted it with 2 coats of white gloss spray paint. When I was done, I kept it aside and then took the wood and covered it with foam that I got from the thrift store, and the foam was brand new. I'm going to cover the foam with batting and fabric. Now I'm going to go ahead and make tufts on the wooden particle boards that I have cut to size, and I'll be using foam and fabric that I got from Walmart. I made points for my tufts and opened them up with a pair of scissors.
I still don't agree with her tufting shit. Did she actually measure that one?
I'll gauge and attach what I've just made to the pattern that's on the chair. This will be attached to the chair with a staple gun.
No. This
And
is
because
where
the
this
middle of the
needs to
chair has a
end.
slight
No.
curve going inside, it will be
You
hard to
already
staple it
fucking mangled this shit. What are you doing?
down. So I used a screw instead.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna hide all the staple pins and the screws with this trim that I got from Walmart. I used 2 packs for this project, and I'll be attaching the trim to the chair with tack nails. I'll hide the staple pins from the tufting with crystal buttons. The top of a chair here that's open, I'll be attaching a crystal knob there. And on both sides of one side of the chair will have crystal knobs. I'll be painting the bottom of the chair using a brush because the spray paint didn't work there. And I'll be giving 2 coats of paint on the bottom of the chair. This is the second coat after 30 minutes. And the third coat again after another 30 minutes.
Finally, the wait is over, DIY fam.
my
It's Bit of
God.
Essentials here, and I have just launched my brand new course on
Girl, a slower transition. I almost shit myself. Oh my god.
how to transform from your DIY hobby into a profitable interior design business. I've packed this course with all my insider tips and tricks on the strategies that I have used to turn my passion for DIY into a thriving business.
Okay, I was about to say, like, her little DIY business has caused her to actually fundamentally improve her craft at all of this. So I'll give her that. But, like, girl, yeah, you're already doing a master class? You're doing a master class, girl? Come on. Slow down. You would be better off showing people how to turn their fucking their DIY craft hobby into YouTube content so that there would be better craft videos out there.
And guess what? Just for the holiday season, I'm offering a special promo. Click below and get yours today at the
'Cause she's
fabulous
obviously
discount
good at
and
getting
start
the
earning
views.
Profits doing what you love.
When it was dry, I attached a decorative onlay to it. And that's it. I have a unique styled bench now. And to think that these were made...
Girl, like... I don't know. What would you guys rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
from a thrift store find, which are the back of the chairs that I turned into a French-style bench. I want to let you guys know that I had another design in mind. That's why these are showing, but if I'm going to recreate this again, I'm going to use a different method. Maybe a nail gun.
2.
This is the table, and I love it.
I want... Wait. So it's like a swappable table / chair. I would like to see you sit on this,
Use
girl.
a different method. Maybe a nail
Sit
gun.
on it. That is not for
This
sitting.
is the table,
Somebody goes
and
sit
I
their
love
ass and
it.
break that shit.
And to think that it was made from...
Oh, no. Okay, I think I see what she did. She used half the chair to make that thing and half the chair to make this. Is that what
parts
happened?
of
I think
two
that's what
old
happened.
dining chairs is amazing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's what she did. I feel like this was the wrong... I don't know.
So this old, dated, and boring dining chairs gave me a beautiful French-style bench and a table.
You could have just taken that goddamn fabric, put it over the dining chairs, and called it a
Definitely
day.
keep it on the bench. These are
Like,
all
show
super easy
people how to
and budget-friendly
reupholster
home decor
things. This
ideas
is not-
that no one's
this
going to
ain't
ever
it.
believe where you got the real items and making them from. I do hope you all enjoyed this video. Now don't forget to like it and share it with your friends and families as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have other home decor DIY videos that are linked in the description box below to check them out. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button.
You can clearly tell the bench is two
Hey guys,
dining
Beautiful
chairs put
Essentials here.
together.
Here for today's video, I'm going to be making an ottoman storage. This is a requested video, and the person who made this request wanted me to use plastic paint buckets. Now, I didn't have that, so what I did was to use paint cans. I had some of
What?
these at home when I was working on another project, so that's what I'm going to be using.
Yeah, point me to the people that are requesting this. I
I'm
need
also
to
going to be
see them
using a
and
round
bully
canvas for the
them.
base. The first thing I'll do is take off the handles from the paint cans.
Who is doing this shit? You know, I don't think this is what they wanted. What they wanted you to do was to make a big one out of a big paint bucket. Like, why did you buy all these little cans?
I used a circle that I know is going to be big enough for the ottoman. I'll be removing the lids and attaching all the cans to the
Is this going to be
base.
storage? I don't see the word storage anywhere.
I'll be adding garden lettuce to my design.
Why?
And I'll cut it down to the size that I want with utility
Why?
shears. If you're new to my channel, it's so great to have you here. Now don't forget to click on the subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my latest videos. I took this out and I spray painted it silver. Now this is going to serve as my base. The person who's going to have this is going to use it as a coffee table and not for sitting. So I'm going to be doing this because it's going to be a coffee table and not for sitting. Now, if you want yours to be functional for seating as well, then you have to use a different base. I'm using nails to attach the lattice to the wood. But when I got to the end, I decided to use screws to give it a much firm hold.
Much firm. So wow. Hi Amber Mosey, how you doing?
Now I'm going to be attaching foam around it. And after that, I'm going to be covering it up with a blue crushed velvet fabric. This was kind of too high, so I reduced it at the bottom. I'll be covering the top, so I took a board and then drew a round circle that is the same size as the base that I used.
What?
And then I took the lid, and then I'm going to be drawing the circles around the circle that I have already drawn on the board to replicate what I already have on the ottoman. Now I'm going to make another circle in the middle. And then I'm going to carve out that circle.
Is that going to be the size of the storage space in this? It would be nice if
it kind of looks like a donut.
Okay.
Now I'm going to be carving
It would be
out
nice
all
if
of the other
all of the
circles.
circles were. Is that maybe what's happening here? I don't know. If like you could open them up and they were like individual pockets. Maybe that's what she's doing. I don't know.
When I was done, I covered it with marbled contact paper.
Kai's cooking? You mean Kay's cooking? I like Kay's cooking. She's a sweet lady.
I'm going to find the perfect fit and then attach it.
Okay. This might be one of those that turns out okay.
This is going to be used in the living room as a coffee table, and it's not going to be sat on.
Don't agree with the cardboard here.
I'll be decorating the sides with gems that are attached to pearls.
Ugh.
I got this from Hobby Lobby, and it's so pretty. I'll be using glue just to keep what I have in place to see what it's going to look like before I then make it permanent.
Does hot glue and fabric work? No, I don't think so.
Now that I'm okay with the design, I'll be using needle and thread to hold this together with the fabric.
Okay. So yeah, that would make sense. It's just to hold it so that she can sew it on. But I mean, there is fabric glue and fabric tape and that kind of thing. I don't know. But like, this is actually smart. Like, this isn't, like I said, I mean,
I cut 2 round foam.
Yeah, we still have a garden lattice at the bottom here,
for the top,
you know, like,
because what I have is 1 inch foam, and I want it to be 2
learning
inches
structural
thick.
things.
So
That's what I'm looking.
Together,
That's all I want to see is that
top.
she's learning like basic structural things. Like, don't use cardboard, use particle board. That's better. But like, even better, plywood.
I'm gonna cut
you know?
the same shape on a piece of wood that I have at home, and then attach
Use
the
like
foam to
real
it.
wood, you know, that's okay too.
I added a little piece around it because I noticed it
Not
was a little bit
everything
smaller than the
not everything needs to be made with garbage, but more so you don't need to make things with garbage that you bought. Like, you don't need to buy garbage in order, like, because she bought these empty paint cans. Like, this only works like as like, oh, I have 8 paint cans just laying around, what do I do with them?
ottoman.
And they also have to be emptied and cleaned out.
The next thing I did was to make random points for the tufting. And then I cut out holes from those points using a pair of scissors. I'll be using the same blue crushed velvet fabric over it. And all I'm going to be doing now is using a staple gun and using my fingers to find out where the points are and then staple it down. I cut off the excess fabric. Now I'm going to be neatly gluing what I have left at the back. I'll be covering this with a round board that I'm going to cover with marble contact paper. The staple pins are going to be covered with crystal buttons.
Like even
when I was done,
like,
I used a little bit of mirror mosaic tile.
Like if you're gonna put buttons on there, they're supposed to be sewed into the fabric, you know? Like this just isn't like correct tufting at all.
When I was done, I used a little bit of mirror mosaic tiles at the bottom. Now this is what it looks like when I was done. And this was so easy to make.
Okay, it's
now
kind of
this is going to serve as a coffee table. And as an organized storage.
That's what I'm saying. I like the pockets because you can keep things organized. Like put all your remotes in here and put all your stuff in there. But who needs this much storage in the living room? What are you doing? Those are deep ass paint buckets.
Since it's a coffee table, the top can be decorated however you like to suit your style.
Beautiful. What do you guys think?
This ottoman is quite large. But as you can
this one wasn't terrible except for that lopsided shit in the cardboard frame.
Sitting here is gonna be almost impossible. But like then if you want to make yours in a way that you can sit on it, then the base will definitely have to be different, using stronger wood and not lattices. This is a glam and functional DIY, and I love the way it turned out. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did and learned one or two things from it. Now don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share with your friends and families as well.
You made a rhyme there.
Thank you all so much for watching. I have other home decor DIY videos that are linked in the description box below. Do check them out and don't forget to click on the subscribe button.
Every time I watch her, I just always think about that comment somebody made about imagine spilling a drink in her house and everything melts away. All right, so I'm not giving this bitch more than 5 minutes of my time, but do y'all want to know who Queen of Karma is? Okay, well, I'm not gonna bother telling you. It's not even like worth my time. Like I said, not giving this more than 5 minutes. The long and the short of it is I don't like her because she spent quite a few months attacking Carly, which for those of you that don't know is a girl that is clearly mentally deficient. And I don't have respect for anybody who went down that road. To her credit, she did stop reacting to Carly once all of the other people who were reacting to Carly started attacking her. I've seen one of her Carly videos before. I will even give her this much, okay? she actually made a very fair video before she started hating on Carly. She made a very fair video, like talking about the drama around Carly. Wasn't 100% fair. I don't know if we watched it on stream. I don't remember watching it on stream. I don't think we did, but I thought it was a pretty fair video. And then it wasn't more than about a month later, apparently Carly was like asking her to like, hey, make a video on such and such and talk about so and so, and she was like asking her to be mod in her chat or whatever. Like, I'll be the first to admit Carly's annoying. Like, she does that shit, and like she shouldn't be doing that shit. It's annoying. But like the response from Queen of Karma was to decide to attack her for 2 months, you know, and make video after video about her for 2 months. I just, you know, I don't have any respect for somebody because she, in my opinion, appears to be kind of emotionally unstable. And that's fine, you know. I could try to be nice to her, but like, she's the kind of person that flips on you on a dime like that. Now, like I said, I only got about 2 minutes left, okay? So I'm not going to say anything else about her, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just telling you the part in respect to why I don't particularly like her is because she spent 2 months harassing a mentally disabled woman. I don't have any respect for somebody like that. But I was referring to the fact that there's a 3-hour video of her. She used to go by the name Queen of Spade. And that was her name. Apparently some people told what the meme meant, and she ended up changing her username. So anyway, there is a 3.5 hour documentary talking about all of the drama and all of the shit that she's been in. And I don't have 3 hours to watch this shit, okay? But maybe you do. I'm just going to say this much. It's a very well put together video. It's very addicting to, like, I watched the whole thing and I was like, God damn, this is good. This is some good fucking content. You want some good content? It's right there. Now, I guarantee you, she's going to be going crazy on her community posts if she already has not gone crazy, tagging me on her community posts. And I want y'all to hold me accountable for a moment here. Don't let me respond to her. I'm not responding to any of her bullshit. I'm not responding. I'm not fighting with her. I don't feel like it. She's very exhausting when she gets like that. But feel free to give it a watch if you'd like to. Like I said, it's a great little movie to have on in the background. But anyway, that's going to do it for me for this week's rendition of Unhinged Streamers. Does anyone have any final thoughts or comments, questions, emotional outrage? Internet sucks. Run as fast as you can. Well, thank you guys for coming by. I really do appreciate it. I am going to try to work on that Jack video and get that Jack video out today. Well, I don't know if I'll get it out today, but I'm going to try to spend the rest of today working on that. And anyway, I will see you guys on my main channel tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming by.